Thanks, Rory. So I was thinking on the way here about how I might describe this, because this is a very important investment for the UK biomedical research community. And in a sense, it's our Large Hadron Collider. And there are analogies. And the first thing is, this is big, UK Biobank. 500,000 people isn't the biggest cohort in the UK. The Million Women study, which is in fact 1.3 million women, is the biggest. But this will be the biggest data set, because so far, apart from the baseline assessments that all 500,000 people have had, there'll be 36 blood and body fluid analyses for every single participant, and genome-wide coverage with SNP genotyping. So it's going to be a massive data set. Now, the second analogy to the Large Hadron Collider is that this is massively expensive. And so far, 143 million has been committed to Biobank, and the roll of honour is the MRC 70 million, Wellcome 50 million, Department of Health 18, British Heart Foundation 3, Scotland 0.5, Northwest Development Agency, no longer in existence, 0.5, Diabetes 0.36, and Wales 0.23. But that 143 million works out as only £286 per participant, which is the price of a train ticket from Edinburgh. So I think that that isn't bad going, Rory and colleagues, in terms of cost. But the really important thing, and the real analogy for me, is quite apart from size, cost, is impact. And we aren't going to find the Higgs boson, and indeed Peter Higgs himself is too old to have been a volunteer. But what we're going to do is unlock the secrets of chronic disease because of the power of this cohort, which will be explained today. So the MRC wishes UK Biobank well. What we want to see is we want to see applications to use the Biobank. Obviously, they've got to compete against other applications, but recently at the MRC Strategy Board, we had a report from Ian Hall and Martin Tobin of Nottingham and Leicester, respectively, on a study that they'd done on the UK Biobank of 50,000 people looking at respiratory disease and respiratory function in smokers against never smokers, and using a genotyping chip, which has now been adapted for use by UK Biobank for the whole 450,000 that remain. And again, some very exciting findings are coming out of that. That was a £3 million investment that I haven't included in the 143 so far. So we want applications, and I imagine that Jeremy Farrar of the Wellcome Trust will be saying exactly the same, and I imagine if Peter Weisberg or Jeremy Pearson were here from BHF, they'd be saying the same as well. So I hope those of you who don't know much about UK Biobank will learn and be inspired to think about how could this absolutely unique cohort be useful in your research. So I'll hand back to Rory and wish you a very successful day. Thanks.